And hello, everybody. Welcome to race 17 of 18 here in the Gander Mountain Cup Series season number 1. We only have 2 more races. That's right, 2 more races until the champion is determined. But we do have a big announcement coming out of the press booth today. If you did not hear Gander Mountain Cup Series announce what they're doing next season, they have signed a sanctioning agreement with NASCAR. They will be known as the NASCAR Gander Mountain National Series starting next season, and they will be taking a little bit of they're going to be traveling a little bit back in time as they're moving back to the PWF GNS mod. All that will be coming up in season number 2. But right now, we have 2 more races to run, Texas and Homestead. We're here at Texas for today's running the Discount Tire 300. On pole is going to be Topanga Wilson, the number 2 Short Lot Chevy Camaro. Alongside her,
drivers, start your engines!
Alongside Wilson is going to be the number 33 of Alex Hawkins, who won back at Atlanta. On row 3 is going to be the number 54 of Calventius Proximus, and alongside him, the 30 of Austin Wilson. Let's get a rundown of the starting grid on the left side of your screen. Rounding out the rest of your top 10, Kev Shearer, Betty Johnson, Anthony Rickey, Alex Tinker, Brendan Nichols, and Kyle Keith. You can scroll through and find your favorite driver on the left side of your screen. Couple of things to note out. Henrietta Fitzwater, your points leader, currently sitting 28th. At the end of this race, if you are 39 points out of first after today's race, you will have a shot heading into Homestead. I do not know all the clinching chances as of right now, but we will know all those once Texas is completed and we begin Homestead. Also, the Homestead race will be our final race under an ESPN contract, as under NASCAR rules, we will be switching to NBC Sports for Season 2. Coming out of turn 4 now, pace car. About to make the hard left turn down the pit road, and it will. Topanga Wilson, Alex Hawkins on the front row. Green flag is waving. The Discount Tire 300 at Texas Motor Speedway is green. Topanga Wilson, Alex Hawkins head-to-head heading into that turn. One fun thing about this track is the banking. Topanga Wilson going to get a great jump early in this race. Austin Wilson going to duck to the inside looking for some help. Will he get the pass? Doesn't look like he will just yet, as they are too wide. It almost looks like they're running like a draft race right now. Draft the driver in front of you and hope everything works. Austin Wilson now looks like he's going to pass the number 33. No, he will not. Alex Hawkins going to get an advantage. Topanga Wilson is just pulling away from everybody right now. Topanga Wilson just plowing through the field. Nobody even contending the number 2. The 2 is just going to town right now. I mean, already a quarter of a second lead over the 33 car, and we're only 2 laps in. To get that quickly is outstanding by the number 2. And the fact that you're racing your teammate and a whole lot of Chevrolets before you get to Anthony Rickey in 5th. Right now, the gap's starting to close somewhat, as Topanga Wilson will lead lap number 3 as we cross the stripe this time of the Discount Tire 300. As there's Alex Hawkins now peeking to the inside, trying to see if he can make a move. Kev Shearer up high, but that's not going to move just yet. Kev Shearer now going to move up to 3rd position. He's moving quickly in this race. Alex Hawkins now going to get a good run with help from Shearer. Let's see if he'll be able to catch the number 2 of Topanga Wilson. Wilson crosses the stripe this time, and will lead yet another lap. Alex Hawkins looking for his 2nd victory, and a chance to try to catch Henrietta Fitzwater and run for the championship next week at Homestead. Henrietta Fitzwater already has a very wide margin over 2nd place right now. I believe 2nd is James Qualls. And there goes Alex Hawkins to the inside. Will Alex Hawkins make the move on his teammate? Yes, Alex Hawkins, your new leader here today at Texas. Told you this track runs like a super speedway, except it's just a tad shorter. These drivers are going to go quickly. Topanga Wilson now going to try to fight back and regain the spot she lost from her teammate. Topanga Wilson going to peek inside. Will it be enough momentum to push her forward? Yes, it will. Topanga Wilson now back out front in the Discount Tire 300, as Austin Wilson now getting a really good run. Will that affect him in any way? There we go. There's number 30. Now going to pass the number 33 back there as Topanga Wilson will come to the strike this time and lead yet another lap. Austin Wilson getting some help from Kev Shearer in the 55, and I believe also the 31 of Brendan Nichols. But it's not enough to get him any closer to the lead, as Anthony Ricky going to look low behind the 31 of Brendan Nichols. Seems trying to see if he can make a move. Doesn't look like he'll make it just yet. Now he's going to pass the 31 of Brendan Nichols, it looks like. As Brendan Nichols going to be sent out of the draft, as there's the 30 getting a great run with help from the 55. Austin Wilson now going to look low. He's not going to make the pass in time. Now Kev Shearer is going to pass the 30. He wants to take a chance at passing the number 2. Right on the bumper. Almost latched. Now he's going to dive inside. Will Kev Shearer make the pass? Coming out of turn number 1. Topanga Wilson's going to hold him off. Kev Shearer is going to fall back. No, he will not. He will stay. Because of Austin Wilson, now he's going to fall in line to make it single file. Kev Shearer is going to have to pull Austin Wilson with him if he wants to take another stab at leading. There's Austin Wilson diving the inside of Kev Shearer. Will that be enough momentum to carry him in front of Topanga Wilson? It looks like it will not, as Kev Shearer is maintaining second. As it seems as if the outside lane is now carrying most of the momentum. If you can get up outside, you can run. Two-car been strong all day so far. Won the pole, now leading this race. The Shore Lodge Chevrolet Camaro of Richard Childress Racing. Said to be maybe an average driver this season. Has turned out average, low in points, but winning today isn't going to let her contend for a title, but it's sure, well, winning is winning. That's all I can say, really. Topanga Wilson going to cross the start this time. That's now 12 laps complete here today at Texas. Kev Shearer fighting. Try to get the lead here today. Kev Shearer being pushed by the 31 of Brendan Nichols. Brendan Nichols now going to dive low, trying to pass the 55. I don't think it's going to work just yet, as Brendan Nichols is forced down into the apron. Everyone's slowing down. Looks like everybody's going to come down the pit road for a pit stop. Looks like it's going to be a 2-stop race, it seems like. Is going to be the first to pit, as apparently the number 3 of Ian Siegel is the new leader here today. Let's try to find his car. There it is, the Advocare Chevrolet, yet another Richard Childress Racing driver out front today. Ian Siegel, he is in the points mix, and now he's going to take his turn down pit road. The 3 is right there in the points mix. He hasn't won a race, but he's been very consistent. Now the 20 of Yuya Wakabayashi is being scored as the leader. Let's go find that car. There it was. Looks like she's going to have to come down pit road this time. She led some laps back at Atlanta. That was her last time out front. And now she's going to slow down, I believe, and is going to come down pit road this time. Yes, she will. So let's see who the new leader is going to be, as her, Appleman, and I believe the 60 have all come down the pit road. No lead changes right as of yet. No, the 11 is now being scored as the leader, which is very unusual because I believe the 11 is on pit road. Yes, she is. That is Amy Appleman driving the Joe Gibbs 11 Toyota. One Main Financial, the sponsor. Yu Akabayashi now rolling off. Looks like Luis Hernandez might just pass the 11 as well. Ooh, that was almost a dead tie coming off pit road. But the 11 is being scored as your leader, as lap 16 of 34 is about to be in the books. Let's try to figure out who your new leader is going to be, as the 11 is going to come off pit road. Keep an eye on the ticker on the left side of your screen. Appleman now going to get on the track now. Will she retain the lead here today at Texas? No, that right is going to go back to the number 2 of Topanga Wilson, wherever she is. And she's got a great lead over the 55. Now the 55 is going to come charging back with help from the 31. And that's how the pit stops have cycled around here today. Topanga Wilson back out front with help with Kev Shearer right on her bumper. Topanga Wilson dominated this race a lot today. Kev Shearer looking for his first win. Topanga Wilson looking for her first win. Brendan Nichols looking to make up what he lost back at Joe Gibbs International a couple of races ago. If you want to talk about blown races, Kev Shearer is the definition of them. Blew it at New Hampshire. Blew it last week at Bristol. Now going to try to do it, now hoping not to do it one more time. Hopefully the third time is a charm for the 55 car. Topanga Wilson hasn't really had a chance all season to be out front. Been a back-of-the-pack mediocre driver, and this is her chance to shine, as she is now. Looks like she might be passed. No, she will not. That outside groove has been strong today, a lot of those turns. Now that the later part of the track is going and the track is sort of being worn, it seems that the outside lane is the more powerful lane when it comes to a too-wide situation. Topanga Wilson is really using that outside lane. Now Kev Shearer falling back from the number 2. It seems as if this will be a 2-stop race, so they will pit again around lap 26, if I'm correct. Now Kev Shearer going to try again. Not going to get enough out of the turn to be able to pass number 2 right now, as he's going to fall back and try again. Conserve, conserve, conserve. That's what's going through the 55 radio right now. As that's what we're seeing on track, as Kev Shearer is definitely conserving. Topanga Wilson still out front today. The 2, definitely the dominant car here today at Texas. Nobody even thinking about passing the Richard Childress Racing Chevrolet Camaros. That's now lap 22 of 34 in the books. Kev Shearer is there. He just hasn't been able to get the speed to make the pass he needs to win this thing. And as we're about 5 laps away from what I assume will be another round of pit stops, it seems that they're slowing down. May even come now. No, it will not, as they're going to keep going on up through the tri-oval, and lap 22 will be completed. Kev Shearer now going to dive inside. Is this the momentum Kev Shearer needs to take the lead? Yes, maybe not yet. Kev Shearer still cannot get the inside line to work. He's going to remain in 2nd. Is this the chance he can get? Not yet. Can't find the inside line just yet, unless the 55 can somehow pop up high and still carry some momentum. .55 well out of it now. Nobody has retired from this race, I believe. Oh, the number 6 had a camshaft issue. We'll have to check on what happened with that car at the end of today's race. But right now, the 2 dominating this event. The 55 can't seem to get ahead of Topanga Wilson, as we are about 3 laps away from what we assume will be green flag pit stops. 2 crossing the stripe this time, as we are now officially 10 laps to go in today's running of the Discount Tire 300 here at Texas Motor Speedway. Race 17 of 18 on the schedule, as we are winding down season number 1 in the Gander Mountain Cup Series. And it won't be the Gander Mountain Cup Series for long if you're just tuning in. The series made an announcement earlier today that NASCAR has purchased the series, and they will now be a NASCAR sanctioned series, but it will be retitled to the NASCAR National Series as Kev Shearer looks under. Will this be the chance he can get to make the pass? Yes, it will. Kev Shearer, your new leader. The Viva Motorsports number 55 Chevrolet Camaro out front. As I was saying, as green flag pit stops are expected to come very soon. I don't think they will come just yet. We'll have to see here. Will Kev Shearer pit? No, he will stay out. Like I was saying earlier, with the purchase by NASCAR, it'll be renamed to the NASCAR Gander Mountain National Series, and these cars will be taking a little bit of a trip back in time to the PWF GNS mod used back in 2009, before the Car of Tomorrow was released, which is what we're running right now. And they're slowing down a little bit. I don't think it's a whole lot to where we can guess they're going to pit, and there it is. Kev Shearer. Will he commit? Yes, he will. Kev Shearer coming in. Topanga Wilson coming in. Some driver's going to stay out. One of which, once he hits this, one of which being the 3 of Ian Siegel, who's on a different pit strategy than everybody else right now. He is now out front, being declared the leader. And he's going to come down pit road this time. When he'll cross the stripe, we'll have a new leader. As he'll be followed by Junior McMillan and Troy Kang, Cody Lamas, and some other drivers. As the new leader is being called, that is apparently the 20 of Yui Wakabayashi is being scored out front right now. She is on the backstretch. It's assumed she'll come down pit road at this time for her scheduled pit stop with 5 to go. Yes, she will. She'll be followed by the 44 of Eric Steinmetz, the 60 of Luis Hernandez, 32 of Ian Duddick, who are all on that same pit schedule. And she is still being called leader, as she's going to get some right-end damage from the 9 of Robert Stevens as he comes in. I believe through all the mess and mayhem, the 32 of Ian Duddick is being outscored as the leader. When he gets around, we'll figure out who our new leader is. Where is the 70 of James Qualls? Because he's now being scored in second. If he's even out on track, or is he still on the pit lane? Yes, he is on the pit lane. So none of those drivers are the leader. Ian Duddick is being scored as a leader, being his pit was the furthest up out of that group that just came down. Luis Hernandez was the first off out of that group. The question is, which driver somehow pulled the lead away? When the Ian Duddick 32 machine hits the stripe this time, we will know who is the leader, as when he hits the stripe, it'll be 4 to go. Okay, the 55 of Kev Shearer is being scored back out front as your leader, and it seems as if the 92, who is being scored in second, is nowhere in sight, and the number 2 car is well out of the mix, all the way back in 17th. Must have had a bad pit stop there for Topanga Wilson. But right now, Kev Shearer on his lonesome out front with 3 to go now, and the discount tire of 300. It is all Kev Shearer. Nobody in front, nobody behind. This has been a good, clean passing race, folks. This is what we like here in the Gander Mountain Cup Series. And this is what we're going to keep. Coming to the stripe this time, it'll be 2 to go for Kev Shearer. Nobody in sight. We're going to head back to our ticker one last time. Nobody else has wrecked except for the 6, once again, who had a camshaft issue. We'll check on that a little bit later once the race is completed. But right now on the back stretch, one of 2 final times, Kev Shearer and the Viva Motorsport number 55 Chevrolet Camaro out of Texas. Kev Shearer looking for his first career victory. White flag in the air. 1 to go. He's been looking forward to this day ever since he debuted earlier this season. And now, finally, he can win at his team's home track. I'm not sure if it's his home track or not, but it definitely is team's home track. The Viva Autosport Chevy Camaro can celebrate at their home track. Coming to the checkered flag this time, finally, Kev Shearer gets the win he's been desiring for. Kev Shearer wins at Texas. Shearer's going to get the victory lane for the first time this season, and the Discount Tire 300 will go to him. Congratulations. Let's look at your official finishing results. Kev Shearer being called as the winner of this race. Congratulations to him. Second, as of right now, is going to Yui Wakabayashi. It's now official. She is second. Junior McMillan scored third. Kyle Anderson fourth. Eric Steinmetz fifth. Brendan Nichols sixth. Ian Siegel seventh. Troy Kang eighth. Ray Takeda ninth. And Luis Hernandez 10th. Ian Dutta 11th. Robert Stewart 12th. Cody Elmas 13th. Matthias Paiva 14th. Topanga Wilson 15th. Calvin Diaz Proxima 16th. Jackie Tang 17th. Joshua Blackmore 18th. Taro Takanawa 19th. And Haruki Takeda 20th. Kyle Keith 21st. Zachary Fitzwater 22nd. Captain Marvelous 23rd. Alex Tanker 24th. James Qualls 25th. Henrietta Fitzwater 26th. Barry Baker 27th. Amy Appleman 28th. 29th is going to go to Betty Johnson. 30th, Maximus Falks. 31st, Joshua Michaels. 32nd, Darian Taylor. 33rd goes to Ray Jones. 34th goes to Donovan Updike. 35th to Austin Wilson. 36th to Eugene DeMax. 37th to Ryan Wilson. 38th to Alex Hawkins, who led some laps in this race. And 39th goes to Anthony Rickey, who had a camshaft issue. Let's see what happened to the number 6. Or if it just technical error. That's all it ever will be. Let's go back to where he was running just fine. Seems that most of this race he's running just fine. Here, let's give you an onboard view of the number 6, see if anything happens. Here's the number 6, Carlo D from Anthony Rickey. Everything looks good for the number 6. Forward right now. He's slowing down a little bit. Doesn't look like anything's gone wrong. He's not going to get past that Brendan Nichols. This is back on lap 11. And now smoke's flying. There it is, closing in. Very simple ending to Anthony Rickey's day, but very harsh, and that might have just taken away any chance he could have had at going for the championship. Well, folks, that's all we got for you today here from Texas Motor Speedway. Congratulations to Kev Shearer on winning the Discount Tire 300. Next week, we head to Homestead Miami Speedway for our final race of the S1 campaign. It'll be the Viva Motorsports 300 from Homestead Miami Speedway. Who will win the championship? We'll find out then. Like to see more Gander Mountain Cup Series action, subscribe to get all your Gander Mountain Cup Series action sent directly to you. Like if you want to see more action, and comment to keep your ride. We'll see you guys next time.